On the 14th of May, the Battle of Lewes ripped through the outskirts and suburbs as Henry III's men tried to protect their king against the rebel army of Simon de Montfort.
I think the Battle of Lewes is a very important battle because Simon de Montfort's victory helped establish the first recorded representative parliament in this country.
In May 2014, Lewes Castle is the scene of an important gathering to remember this significant event in the town's heritage.
This was the 750th anniversary of that battle. So in the years just leading up to that, the whole community was getting really excited about it, and we had a lot of meetings and we're thinking, how are we going to celebrate this anniversary? There was a lot of interest in archaeology.
To coincide with the commemorations, a single skeleton from Lewes has been selected for carbon dating analysis. It's one of more than 100 recovered 20 years before in 1994. 180 had been selected as it was thought to be possibly unique evidence of a body which could be linked to the Battle of Lewes.
That skeleton, their skeleton, had obvious evidence of weapon trauma on it. And what we simply wanted to do was, is it comparable with other medieval weapon trauma so that we could say, yes, this looks like a battle victim.
Tim got to work. He and osteoarchaeologist Malin Holst carried out a full assessment. They found the skeleton was that of an adult male. On his skull, there was the grim evidence they were looking for.
As soon as we took the skull out of the box, it was evident that it was covered in extensive weapon trauma, but almost certainly sword trauma. And again, that doesn't look like interpersonal violence. This looks like it's a battle victim, basically. And once you've seen a few of these, they become very, very similar. When you attack somebody with a sword, quite often you aim it at the head, and you usually end up with very, very similar injuries. You know, you either cut into the skull, or you just miss it and skip off the top, or you stab it. And those are basically the type of wounds you get, and sort of all different degrees of that. But that's it. And of course, once you get 2 or 3 or 4, then it's not sort of a small bit of violence. This is extensive violence. And this is the sort of trauma you get in medieval battle. And so it did look as though it was a battle victim, and that was that.
But there was only one way to prove that the skeleton could be that of a victim of Lewes's medieval battle.
We were no nearer to saying, yes, it's definitely from the Battle of Lewes, which everybody was assuming. So I just suggested, right, well, let's try to narrow it down. We'll try and get a radiocarbon date for it. We'll date it, and hopefully it will fall in nicely into place right over the Battle of Lewes. Yes, everything would be sorted, would go away, everybody would be happy.
A sample of bone was sent away for the carbon-14 analysis. It seemed a date relating to the 13th century battle would be a formality, and so preparations in Lewes intensified.